Hey guys, I'm Jordan, and this is...
Yeah, I'll walk with you. Just my hemorrhoids are kind of bad.
Hey guys, it's Jordan, and this is Golfzilla, my Mark 6 GT. This is way too... Hey guys, my name's Jordan, and this is my Mark 6 GTI, aka Golfzilla. Today, we're gonna be doing a full turbovac exhaust on it.
What the fuck is he doing?
Ooh, how the fuck do you do that bad on the damn side? I need to get a fucking...
You got a grinder?
Straight up. Yeah. Can you go grab the grinder from the passenger side of the Subaru, please?
Garrett's got grinder on his phone.
This closes late. This was something you had to figure out days ago. You can take care of...
Happened for the first time yesterday, and I looked it up today.
We got this jankily cut up. It's...
Hi, this is Medbox Kill. How can I help you?
Hi, can I get 2 Turkish kofte bladders?
Great.
Hi, perfect. And then could I get...
We got this 45 cut, so it lines up damn near perfect coming out. If I can fucking get it in there. There we go. Coming out level with the car. Obviously it's going to be sitting better, but it's good enough to weld.
We're all very close together, guys.
Yeah, fuck off.
Why are you touching my
Don't make
penis?
me move my arm.
You ready?
Yeah.
1 sec. I don't
Safety squints camera. Ready.
This is... I fucking hate this goddamn torch. Look at this shit. It moves. Why is that a thing? Can you fuck off, Julian?
How does Rafe just not understand that we're at the shop right now?
I think he's fucking
Like, we in the group chat.
Can I get that right?
Scroll up.
My cameraman left, but got that thing tacked in right about where I want it. Got this John all positioned. Gonna give her a little tack. Mint condition welding glove we got here. The cameramen are fat as fuck and lazy, so they already got food. Alright, this is where we got her sitting right now. Nice little spacer there. I'm gonna throw a V-band on right here, and then we're gonna hit a 90 and a 90 and go straight out under that subframe. Alright guys, we just finished installing a new LS in this Porsche 911.
Pop the
Let's check
hood.
it out. Got them nice and squared up here. And I'll be damned if that ain't perfect. This was eyeballed, by the way. It is a new day and we got some new parts. First off, I need to redo the high pressure oil line feed to the turbo as I made the line way too short, of course. It won't fit now that the car's in and the downpipe's on. So I bought some more Dash 4 PTFE line. So I gotta make a new one of those. I also got some PTFE fuel lines because I have to redo the fuel line on the car because I just made it out of regular fuel hose, which won't be happy with the 85. Some higher quality boost vacuum tees, whatever you want to call these. The ones I have on there are just regular Joe Schmo ones. These ones are high temp rated. Jesus, this shit's on there. I'm just cutting this. This is actually exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know if it's something in the fuel tank or what, but when I pulled this fuel line off, the fuel came out a little brown. But when I pulled the fuel return off the fuel pressure regulator, which doesn't have any of this shitty rubber line, the fuel was not brown. The fuel was clear, like it should be, or bluish tint, whatever. So I think it was already degrading and fucking up the quality of fuel being delivered to the motor, which is not good. I'm glad I caught this when I did. And though it just sat there for like a week with E85 in it, it's already starting to degrade. All right, this is about close enough for me. It doesn't gotta be perfect. Give that a little mark right there. Chop her off. Got that new PTFE fuel line in there, routed underneath the intake manifold. It ain't pretty, but honestly, I don't care. It's not like I'm gonna be opening my hood anyway. And then I also replaced that little T-fitting there for the vacuum lines with a high temperature one. The only issue I ran into is I, like a dumbass, ordered 4 AN. I need 3 AN for the high pressure oil feed line. So I just ordered a pre-made one. I measured it, it'll fit. So we're just doing it that way. But right now, we just finished essentially all the fueling. Fueling's done. We got it all routed from the fuel cell all the way back into, or all the way up front to the high pressure fuel pump, the port injection rail, the fuel pressure regulator. Once I get that oil feed line, all the oiling will be done. All that shit's routed. Later this week, I have all the stuff to finish the coolant coming, and then that'll be done. And then after that, all I need to buy is a new fan shroud for the radiator, and then I can start tuning this absolute unit, and hopefully it runs. If not, you will never see my face again. It's another new day, and that means I'm finished welding the exhaust that we just made in the previous part of the video. I'm not going to be doing it here, though. I'm doing it here. I got a lot to weld, and we got a ton of other stuff to do on the golf once we get back to the shop, so I'm going to get to welding.
Spends 30 seconds working on car, 60 minutes looking for some shit. Yeah. Summertime! This is how it feels to walk with hemorrhoids.
My hemorrhoids are kind of bad.
You just got back from the shop. I just finished welding the whole exhaust. Now it's time to spray paint the parts that are going to be way too close to the gas tank, just to try and get just as much heat protection as I can underneath the gas tank. So I'm going to do that now. And Mr. Cameraman has to do homework or something. Dude, my car. Stop following me!
We're transitioning into a nature YouTube channel.
First coat going on.
You want to say that again? Just say we're done. Like, give me a closing sentence.
We're done.
Hardest lineup in Minnesota: GLE 300, RX 350, and Subaru STD. Don't even play with us.
Why are you drinking beer at fucking 5 p.m., dude?
Celsius, Jordan.
This video is sponsored by...
Does chronic heart disease run in your family? Try Celsius. Expedite the process.
I didn't get it on camera because I did not have a cameraman here. We hit a 180 right off the head, and then from that we hit a 90. That hits a T, which goes into this port, and then this routes into a hard line, which goes into the center of the water pump. Then out of that hard line, there's a little bung right there, which will run all the way up here, tee off into the coolant expansion tank, and then it just will run back and over into the old KO4's coolant return, I believe, into the block. All right, guys, the exhaust is done. As you can see, the exhaust does not go to rear-mounted turbos, as I will be tuning this thing on a single exit. I just made this exhaust so I can test out and make sure that all the mechanical aspects of this build are working properly, being engine, transmission, blah, 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 all the fueling and coolant stuff. I didn't want to even bother routing the exhaust to the rear-mounted turbos yet, as I don't even know if the motor's going to work. Am I confident it will? Yeah, sure, but it might not. So why would I waste all the time routing all the charge piping and yada, yada, yada for this exhaust when I don't know if the car even runs? So I know it's not that pretty. I honestly kind of like how it looks. It looks kind of cool. This black stuff right here is basically exhaust paint. I could have wrapped it as it gets kind of close to the fuel pump underneath here. I'm not too worried about it as it's so far back in the car, but I mean, there's about probably, I'd say 10 inches between the fuel pump and the exhaust. So I just went ahead and coated it anyway. So now all that's left to get this beast running is to throw on this core support. That's a jet ski. That core support back there, and then start tuning the damn thing. So maybe the next video will be me tuning this thing. I'm going to start trying to post more YouTube videos, being that my buddies and I enjoy making them because it's funny. But we'll probably have 1, maybe 2 videos a month, trying to make them a little bit longer, but we shall see.